What's up, everybody? Hope you're all staying safe. Welcome back to another 10-minute Thursday, and in today's video, I'm going to analyze the AMD stock. So let's get into it. Founded in 1969, AMD manufactures semiconductor devices used in computer processing. They also produce flash memories, GPUs, and a variety of components used in consumer electronic goods. Their mission is to build great products that accelerate next-generation computing experiences. In 2014, AMD was drowning in debt and was in its grave. But when the CEO Lisa Su took over, she pulled an Undertaker and basically brought the company from where it was to where it is now. With all the data being collected today, we don't have the computing to process all this data. In fact, we only use around 1% of the data collected throughout the world. So this problem is at the center of AMD's business model. They help build the fastest and most powerful computers. They also have a variety of other products they manufacture. For example, they create the microprocessors for the PS5 and Xbox Series X. AMD also recently acquired Xilinx, which will boost AMD's profile in the chip space and make it even more profitable. Due to the US-China trade war, followed by the COVID pandemic, the Xilinx company didn't do so well between 2019 and 2020. But now its data centers, automaker, and broadcasting customers are in need of customizable chips that Xilinx specializes in. During its last quarter, Xilinx also reported a revenue of $879 million, up 21% from a year ago, and they also reported $373 million of free cash flow, which is an incredible 42% free cash flow profit margin. So as of after hours today, AMD sits at $117.54, has a market cap of $192.5 billion, doesn't pay any divvies, and has a high PE ratio when compared to the overall semiconductor industry. It has a PE ratio of around 46, while the semiconductor industry has an average PE ratio of 23.3. Now let's take a look at their Q4 financial report. Now honestly, when compared to like Paramount's earning report, this earning report is dry as fuck and AMD needs to step up their game. But anyways, let's get into it. Again, this report is in the millions and not in the thousands. So as of Q4 of 2021, AMD reported a revenue of $4.8 billion, operating income of $1.2 billion, and a net income of $974 million. Their revenue and gross profit is up significantly year on year. From Q4 2020 to Q4 2021, the revenue is up 49% and the gross profit is up 67%, but the net income has gone down by 45%. That being said, 2021 was still an outstanding year for AMD with record annual revenue and profitability. If you were to look at their net income from 2020 to 2021, the net income is still up 27%, which shows strong growth. So let's look at AMD's current outlook. For the first quarter of 2022, AMD expects revenue to be approximately $5 billion, plus or minus $100 million, which is an increase of approximately 45% from Q1 of 2021 and a 4% increase quarter over quarter. The year-over-year increase is expected to be driven by growth across all businesses. And for the full year of 2022, AMD expects revenue to be approximately $21.5 billion, an increase of 31% over 2021. I'll give you my opinion on AMD producing processors for the gaming sector. Now we all know we live in 2022 where gaming is completely huge, especially with the pandemic and everything. I feel like gaming has boomed considerably since then. I mean this with no disrespect to any gamers, but unless you're streaming on Twitch or want to become like a professional gamer, I really think gaming is a complete waste of time. So although the gaming industry is booming right now, what I truly hope for is for people to stop shredding 90s on Fortnite and actually focus on getting shredded in real life. Now let's look at AMD's consolidated balance sheet. They have quite a bit of cash, which they've grown from 2020 to 2021, and the current balance sits at around $2.5 billion. So their total assets amount to around $12.5 billion, and they don't really have much debt in the short term or the long term. They do have $312 million in short term debt, but that's really fine as they have the cash to pay it off. They only have around $1 million in long-term debt. And if you can see, here's another formula for you. For any company, their total assets is always equal to their total liabilities plus their stockholder equity. So if you look at the total stockholder equity, it's $7.5 billion, let's say. But if you look at the total liabilities and stockholder equity, it's $12.41 billion, which is also equal to the total assets. Another important value I want to talk about is EBITDA. So it basically stands for earning before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. And in order to calculate EBITDA, you basically add net income, interest and taxes, depreciation and amortization. And in order to calculate adjusted EBITDA, you basically add EBITDA to the adjustments. So you can see the calculation for AMD's EBITDA here, and it's at around $1.45 billion. And you can also see their free cash flow margin, which is quite high at 15%. AMD has an extremely high institutional ownership at 72.56% of the total outstanding shares. And if you look at the active positions, you'll also see that more companies increase their positions in AMD than decrease their positions. Some of the institutions that hold AMD are the same old Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street Corp, Price T. Rowe Associates, and JP Morgan. And out of all these companies I just stated, as of December 31st, 2021, only Price T. Rowe Associates decreased their position in AMD by around 14.4%. Now let's look at the technical analysis for this beast of a stock. If you look at their 5-year chart, in 2017, the company was only at around $14.3. And now it's been in an uptrend ever since. And also see that the stock bounced off the 50-day moving average around like 3 times. So you can look at the 50-day moving average as a strong support right now, but you can also see that the 9-day moving average has acted as resistance for quite some time, and if the company doesn't break through this, it might not see an uptrend. So today I want to also analyze the Bollinger Bands as well as the RSI as usual. So let's look into the RSI first. The RSI, this is for the 5-day chart. So the RSI is actually pretty low and entering oversold territory. It's around 37 to 35, which is quite low for the stock, and we might see a spike soon. After hours, the stock is trading in the lower end of the Bollinger Band, but as you can see, there's still a bit of downwards trend in the Bollinger Band. So if the stock was to touch the lower end of this Bollinger Band, I think you would see some consolidation at that point and then a move up based on where the market is going to go. But if you look at previous times when AMD touched the lower end of the Bollinger Band, like let's say right here, over here around March 1st, which was actually 1 day ago, the stock touched the lower end, consolidated for a bit, and then made a move higher. And also the same here, touched the bottom here and then made a move higher. So this trend seems to be continuing for, at least on the daily charts, for quite some time. But be careful because the markets could take a fat dump at any time on any day. So that's it for today's video. I'm extremely tired right now. So please go ahead and let me know if you have any suggestions regarding the video or what you think of AMD stock. I'm also open to any recommendations on anything else you would like me to analyze on future 10-minute Thursdays. So please let me know. And also do all that cringy stuff like, comment, and subscribe if you want to, that is. But that's it for today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.